Good morning, good morning, good morning. Woo!
Good morning.
Good morning. Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. Today, we are going to talk about how to finally step into abundance. And I brought on a very good friend of mine, Keri Stanley, who I just love so much, a mystical sister, if you will. And we were talking the other day, and I was like, let's play in this space a little bit and just share the wisdom of, really stepping into our power and stepping into our abundance.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. What we were talking about is you can, at any time, it's a decision to invite it in. Like, so often we think that it's outside of us. So often we're looking at the external circumstances. We're looking at the external measures, the external results. And we forget that we are a part of the infinite universe. So therefore we have access to every single thing. We've got supernatural access to everything. So it is a decision and a commitment that I am inviting in and allowing myself, because this is what I see so often with people, is allowing myself to receive it.
Mm. So what I'm hearing you say is that we can be like asking, but really it's all within us. And as we're asking the universe or source, higher, whatever, we also get to allow ourselves to receive.
Yeah, because how often, and I teach this all the time, how often do we get frustrated because we feel like we're doing something on our own. We get frustrated because we feel like we don't ever get help. But then when somebody does offer you something, when somebody offers to buy you a coffee, when somebody offers to give you a compliment, when somebody offers to do something for you, how, even if it's as simple as carry the groceries out to your car, how often do we say, no,
No.
no, I got it. I got it. We constantly are pushing away receiving. We're pushing it away. We're blocking it away. And every time we do that, the universe is like, okay, they don't want help. They don't want support. And we've got a negative terminology around that. So we have to overcome that. And especially as women, I mean, and I know we've got women and men watching, but especially as women who have been trained to say, no, I've got it. And that actually is pushing away our abundance.
Well, I'm glad you bring that up because I think for men it's also kind of confusing too. Like it took me a long time to let him like carry my bags, and he it was one of his love languages, right? Like of service, and me being like, "No, I got it. I'm a tough girl. I don't need you." And it's like, "No, like I get to actually lean into to letting him serve me in that moment so that I can actually serve him down the line, right?" Like there's just this beautiful uh give and take that we can really explore. So I love that you're presencing that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's huge. It's huge in relationships for it creates an abundance in the relationship as well. But for the relationship, and especially men, they have a desire to serve us. They do have a desire to take care of us. And when we push that away, we create resistance in the relationship, and we're not receiving in the relationship as well. So I remember very similar to that. I remember a day where I was like, it was the only thing I had. Like, I had one tiny bag in my hand, and the guy that I was dating at the time was like, "Can I carry that for you?" And in my mind, I thought, like, you actually are carrying something. I'm only carrying this one thing. Why would I do that? But it was relinquishing that control, relinquishing that need for independence, and simply saying, "Yes, thank you." And
Yeah.
it was huge for a shift in the relationship because I started allowing him to support me.
Yeah. Yeah, so okay, for us badass ladies out there who have always done everything on our own for different reasons, how do we kind of loosen up these skills so that we can start walking into abundance?
Mhm. Yeah, and if you think about it, I always tell women with really big vision, because that's who I work with as well. So when you have a really big vision, like, think of somebody out there that has a really big vision as well. Like, I always follow like the Sarah Blakeleys of the world and different things like
Mhm.
that. She does not do every single thing on her own. There's no
Yeah,
way she possibly could. So the
right.
sooner, when we understand that the sooner we let go, the sooner we allow others to support us, that our vision actually comes true, and we go into that mindset, then we create leverage and our visions actually happen. We end up with more abundance. So does the people around us, all of that.
Yeah.
So we need to invite that person in now, not when we have a team, not when we have the partner, not when we have the money, those types of things. We get to invite that person in now that starts saying yes to support. And
I love
so,
that.
so I always put people on a 7-day receiving challenge that
Ooh.
every single person, every single thing that comes your way that somebody offers you, whether it's a compliment, whether it's to do something for you, whatever, that you get to say yes, no questions asked. And you get to receive it in, no matter if it makes your blood boil, no matter if it's making you cringe, whatever it is, that you say yes. Thank you, more please. So we're signifying to the universe that we're ready to receive. We practice receiving, and we're also asking for more. And what we'll notice is that more things start showing up the more we say yes to those types of things. And we also start flexing that it's okay to receive. And then we are actually able to give more, which is to me is the end goal is,
Right.
I want to be epically generous in this universe. That's the reason that I want abundance, is because I want to be epically generous. So I get to have the balance, the ebb and flow, like you were just talking about in the relationship. I get to have the balance of giving and receiving now, because we're just like the ocean with the ocean waves of giving and receiving. It can't go one way. It
Right.
both ways all the time. And that's how giving and receiving works that's how we're meant to live. So we get to practice that art of walking in and receiving in the full abundance by giving and receiving all the time.
Yeah, I love that. So one thing that I've been exploring a lot lately in here actually is the idea of frequency and attuning ourselves to be open to hearing when those offers come, to saying yes, right? So do you have any sort of like grounded method or anything like that that can kind of like open us up and attune us to being able to step onto that path of
Well,
saying yes?
yeah, I mean, I think the first part is, and we were talking about doing a meditation, we can do a
Mhm.
meditation as well. But the other piece of it is just simply saying in the morning, like as your feet hit the ground and you're getting out of bed, that I am welcoming in, I'm inviting in my abundance today. I am inviting in receiving today. I'm being open, ears open, eyes open, heart open to, because it all lives within our heart, that we are receiving fully so that we can, if you're the peace within you is to be a more generous person in the world. And I don't really know very many people that don't want to be that. So
Right.
inviting all of that in, that you just say that first thing in the morning, that you just open your heart to it, that you open
I
your
love that.
mindset to it, so that you set your intention first thing in the day, that is what my heart and my eyes and my ears are set upon.
Love it. I'm open to receiving. First thing in the AM. Cool. I love it.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, let's do a quick meditation too, just to kind of stack it on together. Because one thing that we get to remember is that it's all within us. It's all within us, like literally all within us. And I think sometimes we forget that because we get caught up in the scarcity.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're wanting to fix an external circumstances in that moment. And so
Right.
we get into solution oriented rather than stepping into the vision of what we're
Yeah.
creating. So yeah,
Yeah.
awesome. Okay, you ready?
Yes, I
Oh,
am.
okay. All right, go ahead and close your eyes.
Okay.
And then put your hands flat on your lap if you want to be grounded. Turn your hands over and have palms up if you want to be in receiving mode. So whichever one that you are in today. Many people will ask me, can I do one or the other? And I say, no, you get to choose which
I'm
mode.
in receiving. I put
Okay.
palms up.
You get to choose. Okay, awesome. So go ahead and just close your eyes. Go ahead and relax your shoulders. Feet flat on the ground, back straight so that your spine is straight. And just imagine a straight line all the way from your head, all the way down to the ground. Take a nice deep breath in and let it all out. And another nice deep breath in and let it all out. And one more, the deepest breath you've taken all day long. Big, 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 big. And let it all out with a sigh. And then just go back to normal breathing. Just scan your body really quick from head to toe. Like start at your head and scan down and just notice any tightness that you have, any tightness that you're carrying. Like notice your jaw, your shoulders, your neck, your back, your hips. Anywhere that you're noticing a tightness is an area that you're blocking abundance. And so just relax it. Tell it that you're inviting and receiving. So relax it down. Just take a mental note of where that is. Let it know it's safe. It can open, it could release, and just feel your body relaxing. And then just imagine that you start walking. You start walking down a path. You just keep walking. The sun is shining. The birds are singing. The trees have a light breeze. And as you're going down that path, you open to a clearing and you see a meadow. And in that meadow, you make a decision that you are walking into your abundance, straight into your abundance. And keep walking directly into it. And imagine yourself as that little girl or that little boy that felt so incredibly free. See the colors, see the flowers, and feel the breeze as you walk into the highest version of your abundance. And as you get to an area where there's some water and a big tall tree, you stand and you just look around and you notice the abundance in the meadow that you're in. And you open your arms to the sides. You open your arms all the way out. And you look up to the sky with a smile on your face. And you invite in the epic life, the epic abundance, the epic generosity that you've always desired. You are safe. You are loved. You are powerful. And you are abundant. And see your life starting to unfold in front of you. As images pass by in your mind, notice them, see them, invite them in, feel them, just experience it all. What's coming into your life with ease? What's coming into your life with joy? What love is coming into your life? You're creating expansion. And as you have your arms opened wide, imagine 10 times that coming into you now. Because you're safe to expand, you're safe to release, you're safe to invite it in. And now, as you keep your eyes closed, but as you are looking around through the meadow, you start noticing the field is full of family and friends and community that are all doing the same. They have their arms open wide. They are inviting in their abundance too. because we are creating it together. And as you feel it all, wrap your arms around yourself to give yourself a hug. And all that love that is out in the world that you give right back to yourself. And take in another deep breath and let it all out. And know that this is available to you within at any time. And slowly open your eyes and come back.
Ooh, that was so good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ah, yeah, we can tap into that at any time,
Mhm.
every time.
Mhm. Yeah, and whenever we're looking for abundance, it's always because we're chasing a feeling. We're always
Mm,
we're always thinking that there's something that we can that there's something that when we get it, we're going to feel better, we're going to feel abundant, we're going to feel, all these things. And
yeah.
so ask yourself what you felt in the meadow. Like, what did you experience? What were the feelings that you were feeling? What were
I
some of
ex
them for you?
I experienced peace and calm
Yeah.
and safety. Like, it
Mhm.
was chill. It was, like, chill, which isn't
Yeah.
always my natural state, right?
Yeah, and ease, and so, and it was easy to be in that state, and
Yeah.
so when we're in that state, we become magnetic to, attracting all the great things into our life, and so when we're operating from that, abundance is easy. When we're
Mm,
operating in a get energy or scarce energy or all of that, then, it makes it so much more difficult for us, and
yeah, it's
we start repelling abundance. And so just ask yourself what is those, write down whatever you felt in that meditation, because those are the same feelings that you have attached to whenever I get the thing, I'm going to feel that way. And you can
mm.
access those feelings now. We just did it.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I love that. That's a really good anchoring point because I think when we're saying I'm open to receiving or like really tapping into this, it gets to be the feeling. I
Mhm.
love that. I love that because I think when we're like when I'm like super hyper or almost like manic, it's that getting and it's almost like frazzled feeling, and that's not very good energy to
Yeah.
bring in. Yeah, I love that. I love you so much.
Mm,
Ease and grace and flow,
yeah.
Keri Stanley.
Mm. One super quick thing, because
Yeah.
I hear and this is coming through loud and clear, because I hear a lot of people say that's really easy for you when you are in abundance or when you are in that. And I'll be really honest, learning this skill, this level of grace, ease, and power that you can access, I learned when I lost everything.
Yeah.
And so I learned it in the moment of how do I create it when I've got nothing?
Mm.
Because when we can create it in the valley, that's what gets us to the mountaintop. We think we're going to create
Yes.
it in the mountaintop, but we have to access it when we're in the valley and start to understand that that is where our power lies. And
Yeah.
so I just, for anybody out there that's saying, well, I can't do that because I don't have access to it now, or I don't have, or, whatever I'm going through. I was going through potential bankruptcy, losing my house. I was going through, all these things where the external ways of abundance, I got to learn and access true inner abundance to create my outer abundance. So,
Yeah. And I love that because like I love the idea of be do have. And if we're in the transformational leadership space, but any of you who are watching this and maybe you've read, I'm reading the Abraham Hicks book right now, which is really great. And, they and Esther and Jerry and Abraham talks about the be do have. And this is
yeah.
a really great example of that because I think people don't always understand. So what we usually think is that we have to have or do a bunch of things to be successful, to be abundant. But what Carrie's really sharing with us is that it's tapping into being first, the being that you want to feel when you're abundant, and then the doing and the have will come.
Mhm.
But we think that we have to have all of this stuff, and we have to do all of this stuff, and we'll be that. But it really starts first with who we're being.
Absolutely. Everything starts with who we're being.
Yeah.
Everything starts with who we're being because that's our that's where that's what side of the magnet are you operating on? Are you operating
Yeah.
on the side that's attracting in the things you want? Or are you operating on the side that's repelling? And so otherwise we just keep working hard and pushing and all of that, but we're pushing things away.
Yeah. Yeah. No more of that. It's a new
No,
moment.
no more.
Bring it in. Bring it in. I am open to receiving.
Yes.
Yay! And thank you for being here with us today, Miss Keri. I love you so much. Anything else before we wrap up?
I love you too. Nope, that was the biggest thing that was coming through because I just could hear somebody saying like, "I can't do that right
Great
now.
for them. What
I
about
don't
me?
know
I
my
hear it.
situation or whatever." And I'm like, "Trust me, I've been there. I get it. I hear you." So,
Yeah, we hear you guys.
yeah.
So I hope you enjoyed this today. You guys watch the replay. Please put your comments. Give us a little love. Let us know what opened up for you. And I think that's it. That's a wrap. Mwah.
Awesome. Bye.
Awesome. Bye.